I gotta say, Mars has some really good singers.
I think it's off. Light on?
Lights on. Okay. Everyone hear me okay? All right, there we go. Me and technology, the kids know this. I'm not good with technology. My name's Deputy Brett Volokovich. I'm one of the deputies at Butler County Sheriff's Office. I had the pleasure of being one of your students' D.A.R.E instructors this year. I've been with the office for 3 years, and it's been an absolute pleasure to be their D.A.R.E instructor this year. D.A.R.E is a program that was started back in 1980 in an effort to cut down on the drug abuse epidemic that we see now. Through their time with us, we've learned a lot of important skills. We learned about saying no. We learned about better communication skills. We learned about tone of voice, body posture. D.A.R.E has evolved so much in this time. And when I joined the ranks of the sheriff's office, I never quite thought I'd be a teacher. As a matter of fact, I thought my time in the classroom was done after college. But let me tell you, this is probably one of the most rewarding things, being able to see your kids take these skills and start applying them. After we talk about how to deal with stress, I see some of the students that have difficulty speaking in class be some of the most active in the classroom. So, I could sit here and talk all day about the D.A.R.E program, how awesome it is, how great your kids are, but we also had an essay contest. And we told the kids that there would be some prizes associated with it. My fellow D.A.R.E instructor, Deputy Bryce Forback, is going to announce those essay winners. Are you ready, guys? Yeah. Are you ready? Yeah. All right, Bryce.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing today? All right, so first off, I'm going to announce third place, and I apologize if I butcher your guys' names. So first, we're going to go with Nova Elder. Nova, are you here? Are you Nova? Yeah, come on up. Oh, right up here. To those guys, sorry. All right. Just see Deputy Volokovich here. And then to the sergeant over here. And then Hannah Utz. Bella Martini. Audrey Sarvey. Violet McKinney. Sarah Myers. Emma Ladisick. Evelyn Guntang. Kira Raishart. And Nate Del Glue. And those are all our third place winners, so give them a round of congratulations. All right, so we're gonna go into second place winners now. First we have Elena Ragler. Gabby Rossa. Christine Graff. Jameson Dickman. Jackson Geiger. Clara Lukasik. Cassandra Pitzner. Abby Casa. Lucy Blaze. And then we have Matthew Myers for our last second place. So next we're going to go on to the first place winners. And first we're going to have Maya Spatafor. Nathaniel Davison. Jordan Mandel. Lexi James. Elena Renton. Brian Williams. Abigail Soni. Ali Wallachwitz. Sorry. We have Lexi Whitling. And then we have Charlotte Miller. So congratulations to all these guys up here. Jordan, can you come up here? Jordan won our overall winner, so she's going to read her essay. Ready? Good.
Can you imagine beginning each day without a goal in mind or a plan for how your day might progress? How can we make good decisions without processing the situation at hand? Every single day we are faced with challenging problems that require us to use good problem-solving skills. Since beginning our D.A.R.E. unit, we are learning how to make healthy, sensible, and safe choices to give us a brighter future. There are many important lessons I have learned in D.A.R.E., but the two topics I have related to the most are stress management and making good decisions. This fall, I auditioned for a role in High School Musical and got the opportunity to participate in this musical with my theater group. The production required me to give a ton of effort and time while still keeping up with my responsibilities at school and home. Due to my demanding schedule, I immediately recognized the challenge I would face trying to juggle everything on my plate. The D.A.R.E. decision-making model helped me identify or define this problem. Next, I needed to A, assess my choices and think through solutions to organize my time based upon my busy schedule. Now I had to R, respond by making some tough choices and sacrifices. For example, I was no longer able to stay up late and read at nighttime, one of my favorite things to do, because I knew my body needed more sleep. When evaluating my decision, I realized how important that sleep was, because when I didn't have proper rest, I couldn't cope with even the smallest stuff and was starting to stress out and get angry with my brother and sister. As we grow up, we are challenged with more responsibilities. We need to be aware of how to make decisions that affect our daily lives. I have a great plan to follow thanks to the D.A.R.E. model. I know it will help me with my future choices and also to alleviate stress as more and more conflicts or activities come into the picture.
Keep going.
If I could do it all again, I would still choose to be in the musical. I would use my time wisely because I know I only have so much of it and doing well in school is important to me. Now that I know how much school work and how little time I really have, I would be less likely to slack at times and realize that getting behind this only adds stress when I really don't need it. I am much more confident and happier after being able to use the D.A.R.E. decision-making model because I can reflect on my choices, experiences, and keep a goal-oriented perspective.
And if we could have all the winners come back on stage after we're done with the ceremony, we're going to get pictures, okay? Oh, you guys can have a seat. Thank you. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
All right, great job, boys and girls. Jordan, nice job on your essay as well.
So my name's Harry Caliphs, and I'm a sergeant with the Butler County Sheriff's Office, kind of oversee the D.A.R.E program. And it's been great having Deputy Brett, Deputy Bryce, and Deputy Tony help out with this program across the county. This year we're going to graduate nearly 1,500 fifth graders throughout Butler County. So it's become a pretty big project. This D.A.R.E program, it is truly a conduit between the law enforcement community and the community that we serve. I think this school, especially being a Mars alumni, I can't say is probably a perfect example of that relationship. Assistant Chief Ed Brooks that worked for the Adams Township Police Department and the Middlesex Township Police Department started the D.A.R.E program back here in like 1996. And they certainly have memorialized him, so to speak, by naming the lane after him. They have a memorial out front, not only as a thank you or memorial of what he did with a footprint that he made, but I think it's certainly because of the D.A.R.E program that exists. Of course, D.A.R.E has gone through many changes, and it now currently is in the state that it is today, which is a very effective program. So I want to congratulate you all. I know certainly what a D.A.R.E means to me, and what it should mean to you is that Deputy Bryce, Deputy Brett, and myself have given you the tools necessary to do a good job, to be a good person. But it's going to be up to you to use those tools. We've led you to the water, now you have to drink. So good job, everyone. Well, before I turn it over to Deputy Tony, I want to introduce our special guests that took time out of their busy schedules here today to pay tribute to you celebrating this D.A.R.E program. First, I would like to, well, she probably needs no introduction, but Dale Ferguson, our school board, so thank you for coming. Did you want to say a few words?
No, thank you.
You're good?
Sally Wick is a school board member in the audience.
Oh, and thank you, Miss Sally Wick, for coming as well. Thanks for your support. And we have our superintendent, Dr. Shipley. Thank you for having us. Did you want to say a few words?
Something real quick, sure. I promise to keep this quick. I just wanted to thank the parents for their support to be here today. It's wonderful that you took time out of your busy schedules to be here to support your children. Students, D.A.R.E is such a great program. It's been going on a long time. And you have the benefit of a new and improved curriculum that gets into decision making and a lot of the most important things to help you take these lessons and carry them with you throughout your teenage years and into adult life. So I wanted to give you a quick cautionary tale. When I was a classroom teacher many, many years ago, I had D.A.R.E in my classroom, and one of my students was a phenomenal young man who was very adamant about being anti-drug, anti-alcohol because of what he learned in D.A.R.E. But at that time, it didn't include some of the decision-making parts of the curriculum that are so important. Unfortunately, my wife teaches in the same school district that I used to teach in, and she taught in the high school. And I got this unfortunate message when he would have been older that he had gotten himself involved in a lot of trouble because of drugs and alcohol. And the reason why I'm telling you this is I want you to take the way you're feeling right now, the lessons you've learned right now, and not forget them. Remember to talk with your family whenever you're feeling pressured or whenever you're feeling that you're in a situation you need to try to get away from. Remember the lessons about decision making that have been shared with you. And with that support, you will not become one of those people who 10 years from now, 5 years from now, unfortunately find themselves in a position that is really detrimental and scary for you. We appreciate all your effort and the things that you put in writing, that you are dedicated to making good decisions, working hard, and staying away from drugs and alcohol is really important. But not just D.A.R.E. Take advantage of the reality tour whenever you have an opportunity for that. You've had opportunities to meet members of the Butler County Sheriff's Department. Our local police officers are here from both Middlesex and Adams Township to demonstrate their support for you. People here from county government, from our school board. Senator Hutchison is here today. Members of Representative Metcalf's office is here today. All to support you and let you know that you have people behind you and to back you and to help you as you grow. But keep those lessons in your mind and always turn to your friends and family whenever you're faced with a difficult situation. Congratulations and have a great break.
Thank you, Dr. Shipley. Next, I would like to introduce our Pennsylvania Senator, Scott Hutchison. I believe he has a few words for you as well.
Thank you. It is my pleasure to be here. My congratulations to each and every one of you for your commitment to the D.A.R.E program and the things you've learned. And I truly also hope that you apply these lessons in your life. A couple other things that go with that. I think you've learned not only how to make good decisions, I think you've learned what kind of people you want to hang out with. Who do you want to be your friend? What are the qualities of somebody that you want to be your friend, that you can rely on, that you can do good things together and not bad things together. So I hope you take away those lessons. I also want to thank the family members, the parents, grandparents, all who are a big part of reinforcing the lessons that you've learned. And I'm going to leave you with one final thing, and it's funny because when I was driving down here for this assembly, I saw a very appropriate, I think, billboard on a business, and here's what it said. It said, "In America, you can be anything, so be kind." I thank you for this chance to be with you. Have a great Christmas vacation, and best wishes as you make good decisions and make good friends and lead happy, healthy lives. Great to see you.
Next, I would like to introduce Lisa Gill. She's our drug prevention specialist from Drug and Alcohol. She gathers all of our statistics and information to help us keep coming here year after year.
Thank you. That sounds like I really kind of have a boring job, doesn't it? But but it's really fun to be out and be able to see your faces and be able to hear about all that you've learned. I'm so proud of you and all of the work that you've put into learning everything that you have in the D.A.R.E program. And one of the things that I always like to point out is I would like for you guys to be able to look behind you and see the parents and your family members who have come out to support you, and your teachers and your administrators of your school, and give them all a big round of applause, please. So, like he said, our office helps fund some of the programs, D.A.R.E and other programs as well. And I always like to point out all of your family members and your teachers and administrators and people from the community here, so that you don't forget all of those people who love you and care about you and support you and care so deeply for your success. In my last job, I worked with people who were struggling with addiction because they made some not so good decisions, and I'm betting that a lot of them didn't have the tools and the support that you had. So consider yourselves very lucky that you have what you have to be successful. And the other thing too is as I was working with those people who are in addiction, I get to see maybe some of the ways that they've hurt people and some of the ways that their family members struggled with just caring for them, but really being able to help them, and how it broke their hearts. And so please remember that there are so many people who care about you, and there are teachers and people in your school who will listen to you if you have a concern or a worry or a problem. And, you know, like we've talked about already, just think about the people that you want to be to each other, to be able to encourage and support each other. That will make you great and your school great and this community great. So thank you very much and have a wonderful break.
Next, I would like to introduce Colleen Steffen. She's a representative from Daryl Metcalf. He couldn't be here today from our PA State Representative Office. He did provide certificates for our graduates, so you'll be getting those at some point in time as well. Next, I would like to introduce District Judge Wayne Seibel. He's our district judge from the Evans City area. So, Judge, thank you for coming and supporting us as well. And we have our Chief of Police, Sean Englum. So, Chief, thanks for coming today. And we have a sergeant from Middlesex Township, Randy Davis. He's pulling double duty today. His son Nathan there. Why don't you stand up, Nate? And yeah, so he's pulling double duty, right? Proud homie. All right, before I turn it over to Deputy Tony, there's a quote that seems to keep popping up in my life here and there. Canine Handler School accreditation process that we went through a couple years ago. And it's from Aristotle. And I can't help but think that when I started saying this, and then it kept coming up, how true it is. And this is what he says. Excellence is an art that's won by training and habituation. We do not act rightly because we have virtue or excellence, but we rather have those because we have acted rightly. If we are what we repeatedly do, excellence is then not an act, but a habit. So these things that myself, Deputy Tony, Deputy Bryce, and Deputy Brett have taught you and have shared with you, hopefully reinforces what you're learning every day, but it's going to be up to you to reinforce those and practice those habits. So congratulations, good job, and I'm going to turn it over to Deputy Tony.
Hi, my name is Deputy Tony, Deputy Saul. A lot of students just call me Deputy Tony. I had the pleasure of teaching the students lesson 1 and 2. Some of them probably remember me coming to teach them. You guys now have that toolbox, and it's called the D.A.R.E toolbox. You can use that anytime in life. From now on, I want you to think about that box. You open that box up, and you remember what D.A.R.E means. Define, assess, respond, and evaluate. And it's important that you do that through the rest of your life, because you will be put in situations that you may have to define, assess, respond, and evaluate. And what do? We do it in a positive way and not in a negative way. So remember, everything that the D.A.R.E instructors have taught you, please open that box and use those tools. Next year, before you start school, I want every one of you to grab your handbook that you had for class. I want you to go through it from lesson 1 to lesson 10. I want you to read through it. And I want you to keep it with you as far as you can go into college, when you get married and have kids. Keep it with you. Be positive. All right, students, I want all 5th grade students to stand up, look at me, raise your right hand. I want you to repeat after me. I pledge I am going to do my best to be a good citizen. I am taking the D.A.R.E challenge by making this pledge to help stop bullying that happens at my school. To do this, I will not bully anyone. If I see bullying happen, I will use a safe way to report the bullying to a teacher at my school. I will not exclude anyone. If I see someone who is being left out, I will invite them to join me. That way they will be safe from bullying. I will also tell an adult at home about what I saw at school, so I can get their support and advice about what to do if the bullying does not stop. So you took this pledge. Okay, you don't have to repeat. Wow, they're good. So you took this pledge. You took this pledge, and I want you to keep it. So from here on out, remember this pledge. You took it. Okay? Congratulations. 10 lessons. I know I had you for 2. but congratulations. Great job. Well done. Thank you.
All right, I get to wrap this all up, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I first want to say that I'm proud of each and every one of you. 10 weeks of lessons, 10 weeks of learning, and as everyone has said on this stage, please take it with you. So a round of applause for our students, please. Could we have one more round of applause for our first, second, and third place winners? And keep it going for Miss Jordan Mandel, who was the overall winner. Excellent job leading your speech. Students, please give one more round of applause for your teachers supporting you through all this and your parents supporting you through all of this. So I'm a very big and true believer in these types of programs. The Sheriff's Office has been wonderful with us. They show up every Tuesday and Thursday, and 90% of the time I'm meeting them in the office and saying, hey, can you change this? Can you do this? Because of all the activities, and they just say it with a smile, yes, we can. So I am proud to partner with them. As Dr. Shipley mentioned, we partner with the reality tour for our 6th graders. Please don't lose the focus here in 5th grade. Please carry it on to 6th grade and beyond. And I wish you guys all the best for the happy holidays and a brand new year. So thank you. Parents, if you plan on taking your students today, at the end of the day, we will send them out in the lobby area. Please meet them up there. Teachers are going to take them back to class, get their belongings. If you want to see your mom and dad and confirm with them, you may do that, but please go up to your classrooms. And as they had asked, all our winners, first, second, and third place winners, please come up front again. Parents, please help yourself again to cookies and water as you're walking out the door. That's for parents only, students. Thank you very much and happy holidays.
They've already asked.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.